Hi everyone, my name is Lucy and today I'm going to be sharing with you my skincare empties because skin is the largest organ on the body and I like to cover mine in product because I am a die-hard consumer. Wonderful. I've done a couple of beauty empties videos before, I'll link them up in the corner. I really like watching empties videos and hearing people's thoughts and feelings over, more of the long term when it comes to products. First impressions when it comes to makeup, I think that makes sense because usually you can get a good idea of the performance and general appeal of a makeup product and you can kind of figure out whether or not it's for you just out of just trying it. But skincare, I really feel like you have to give it a good solid go to truly understand if that product is worth it or if it works. So with that in mind, I have quite the bag full of product. Now I want to say I have been amassing these skincare products for almost a year, not totally, but I would say about 9 months. So this is a solid 9 months of products just being completely emptied. Now I have a range from low end to high end, Western to Korean or Japanese skincare. I really have a mixed bag in here. So we're going to delve into it together. I also don't entirely remember all the products that are in here because I didn't make any notes. Professional YouTuber. One quick note I wanted to make because this is a skincare video. When I'm giving advice or comments, I'm not a dermatologist, I'm not an esthetician, I haven't studied in that way, I don't have qualifications in that way, so please, do your own research and know what's right for you. If I didn't like something and you love it, that's okay. If I really like something and you know that ingredient or whatever doesn't work for you, that's also fine. But I did actually work in beauty retail for about a year as a skincare specialist, so I'm not qualified, but I was promoted. Do you know what I mean? I was a specialist. I'm going to do this in somewhat of an order. I say that, but probably not what's going to happen, is it? So first product out of the bag is this bad boy. This is the Innisfree Green Tea Mist. Now, I actually bought this on my trip to Korea. So some of these products that I bought in December of last year, which I really feel isn't that long ago, but now I'm like, ooh, an almost entire year of my life has passed and what have I got to show for it? Age. But I bought this on my trip because we were in the Innisfree store and also I wanted to get like a little mini something to just give my face a bit of a spritz with or spritz makeup sponges. I just didn't bring anything like that, which is a bit of a... I didn't love this. Excellent start. The fragrance in this was really strong. I actually like the kind of signature Innisfree fragrance. I think it's quite fresh and really nice, and I think that you do tend to find quite a strong fragrance in Korean beauty products. That's just like what I've found. Not every brand, but a lot of your kind of more mid-range brands just are incredibly fragranced. For a mist, I kind of want it to be a bit more gentle, just something to, hydrate, but I feel like this was quite aggressive. And also the spray was not even, it would sputter a little bit. And if I really wanted to spit in my face, I would just time travel back and be a French aristocrat instead of buying an $8 face mist. That would be how I prefer my face spitting experience, but this was okay. I wouldn't recommend it. It was whatever. So a pass on that one. So speaking of Korea and my Korea trip and Korean beauty products, I did make a video sharing all the products that I picked up in Korea because I feel like that would be very interesting to you guys, and it's a great little time capsule in terms of what was really popular at the time and some of the best sellers, because that's what I tend to go for when I travel overseas. I'm like, okay, but what are the people buying that's the best sellers? We need to know. Inquiring minds need to know. Now, some of those products that you may have seen a while ago, I've now emptied them so you can hear my full review. So also from that Korea trip was this one. This was the Innisfree Appleseed Cleansing Oil. This cleansing oil I was sort of on the fence with. I was kind of I don't know if I like it, yes or no. I don't think it truly removed everything that I needed it to remove. I think it could do more, but also it really was super inexpensive. I think this is but also it was pretty inexpensive. It smells nice and it just kind of did the job. I don't know if I love it as a one and done. I really do feel I need to cleanse after this, because this one is not one of those super duper nourishing kind of cleansing oils where you feel you've just taken a bath in oil. I wouldn't say it's not stripping, but it's not, you know what I mean? It's not a nourishing cleansing oil, which I don't feel cleansing oils should be anyway, because if you double cleanse, you're just removing it. But you know what I mean. This one, I don't think I was super in love with it. It didn't remove all of my makeup. Like I remember some more stubborn mascaras I'd have to go and do some cleanup after, which, you know, is fine and pretty typical of cleansing oils. But sometimes you just get those cleansing oils that just do everything. So this wasn't one of those necessarily, but also I think it was super inexpensive. I think it was less than $20. I want to say it was about $10, and it did last me quite a while. I don't think I would jump to repurchasing this because I think there are some ones in that price range that I like a little bit more, but I think it's a good product. And if you are on a budget, Innisfree cleansing oil is like a really great one. So yeah, good stuff. Good one for Innisfree. I feel like I should go get my other cleansing oil because it's like so close to being done, and I feel like I'm gonna forget it if I don't like show it to you now. One moment, please. So this is pretty much empty. This is the DHC Deep Cleansing Oil. Now this I actually got in Japan on the same trip. I will link to my Japan beauty haul up there. I had tried a mini of this and I really, really loved it. And I just feel like it's such a luxurious, thick cleansing oil that really just like melts everything away. It smells a bit like pizza. Now, I know olive oil isn't really an ingredient that works for everyone, but this one obviously has emulsifiers in it and it turns nice and milky, so it rinses off. So it's not the same as using like actual olive oil to remove your makeup, which, you know, in my semi but not professional opinion, you know, actually if it works for you, like go off. But like as a general advice, don't do that. Don't. Keep your pantry stuff for your food. Let's not do like a Bella Thorne, coconut oil, sugar, lemon. Let's not do that. We're just gonna agree not to do that. So it's a little more pricey than that Innisfree one, but I would just say it's a lot more of an enjoyable experience. I feel like it gets my makeup off a little better. It does feel like more of a deep clean because it is that really thick, delicious, luxurious pizza cleansing experience. I wouldn't go so far as to say it leaves a residue. I would say that there are traces. You know what I mean? Like on food packaging where they're like, could be trace elements of soy in this. So don't sue me if you have a little bit of cleansing oil left. I didn't say it rinsed completely clean, but it does rinse clean. Like it rinses clean. Between the two, I think I would recommend the DHC one. Like overall, I just think it's a nicer sensorial experience. But if you are on a budget and you just want something cheap and cheerful, this one is also really great. So moving on down to Cleanser Town, I'm going to start with this one. This is from Goto. Goto is an Australian skincare brand, which is really awesome. In my years of growing up in Australia, I would say that the Australian skincare market was, how do I put this gently? Lacking. It was lacking. A lot of the good skincare that you could get was either very expensive or people are purchasing imported pharmacy brands from Europe like La Roche-Posay or Avène or Bioderma, all those cool guys. And a lot of Australian skincare brands tend to be super hokey and very like natural. Like they'd be like, this has like eucalyptus oil and like tea tree and like koala hair, and you'd be like, why? I don't know. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with natural ingredients that are effective, but a lot of the time some of those natural things were really harsh and I don't know if they were like great. That was a slight tangent, but all to say that Goto Skincare is an Australian brand that I really like, super respect, and I think that their products are really excellent if you're traveling to Australia, and I believe they actually have it in Sephora in the US now, which is amazing. But this is just a really solid all-round skincare brand for like the everyday human being. I just find their products to be super gentle. They all smell delightful. They're all fragranced. If you are super fragrance sensitive, I probably wouldn't recommend it, but if you are not one of those people, and also with cleanser, I don't mind it being somewhat more fragrance because it is just on your skin for like 10 seconds and then you wash it off. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like maybe on like a moisturizer, it's heavily fragranced. I'm more like, ooh, but like cleansers, you know. This one comes out in a delightful foam texture. This one is pH balanced and SLS free. So it is really, really beautiful for a gentle cleanse, and it's, because it comes out in that foamy mousse, it's like a really beautiful light texture, because I feel like sometimes with low pH cleansers, your skin doesn't feel clean. Even though I know it is clean, I'm not particularly someone who likes this squeaky clean feeling, but I want my skin to feel soft and free of any debris. But yes, I'm very much a fan of Goto. This cleanser was delightful as a second cleanse or a first cleanse in the morning. It was so good. I actually am considering repurchasing it because I am currently using a cleanser that I used to really like, but at the moment I'm not like super jiving with. And everything in Goto is around that mid-range price tier as well. Not super expensive, not super cheap, but I would say all of their products are effective. None of them make outlandish claims that they're not going to deliver on. Like everything that their products do, they do, which is nice and refreshing. You don't have to do like mental backflips trying to figure out if you're being tricked. The descriptions of the products would say things like, this product will moisturize your face really well, and these are the ingredients that will help you to do that. And you're like, cool, thank you so much, I totally understand. Big fan of the brand, and so happy to see some Australian brands just like chef kiss, really like getting down, you know? Then the other cleanser that I finished up was the Blueberry Rebalancing 5.5 cleanser. I actually bought this to share with my brother because he and I share like a similar taste in cleansers. We like something a little creamy, a little foamy, and pH balanced. I love my younger brother very much, and just over the last few years I've kind of like coaxed him into a bit more of a skincare routine, and he really likes the Cosrx Good Morning Cleanser, which I also used to like, and that is the cleanser I talked about before. I'm not sure if my skin is loving it at the moment. It's just a little too, I don't want to say drying, but I don't know, my skin just isn't loving it right now, so I feel like I need to go back to something creamy like this Blueberry Rebalancing 5.5 pH cleanser from Innisfree. At the time, I feel like I took this for granted. It's such a basic product. It really is. Like, it's not anything special. It's nothing like luxurious and sensorially like incredible. It's very much just like a cream to like a foam cleanser. But my skin felt so nice after it, and I do have a backup of it because I bought two because I share it with my brother, my younger brother I've like coaxed into like a skincare routine, so we both kind of like similar cleansers and I tend to share with him, but he really liked this one, so he really liked it and he was primarily using it, but then I kind of started using it and I was like, oh, that's really good. So I have a backup, and I think I'm actually going to open it for my own use because the Cosrx low pH Good Morning Cleanser isn't cutting it for me right now, which is so disappointing because I used to really like it, and I'm like, what happened? I don't know. Moving on to a toner. This is the Mizon AHA and BHA Daily Clean Toner. Now you may be thinking, Lucy, this is an Empties video, that's not empty. It's not, but it also has these weird little like snotty floaty things going on. So this from Mizon is their AHA and BHA Daily Clean Toner, and as you can see, these fun little guys floating around there, which, you know, usually I did actually contemplate continuing to use this, but then I thought, probs not. I have had this for ages, so I think that's why it's gone off. I finished another entire bottle of this and this did not happen to me, so it could have just been like some older stock, which doesn't mean that's great, but you know, that happens. This toner is really excellent. It does have a bit of alcohol in it, drying alcohol, which I don't normally recommend, but I use it as a pH adjusting step. So after I do my cleanser and all that, I pop this on before I use my AHA or BHA serums, or I suppose even PHAs now. So any chemical exfoliators, this really helps to get your skin to the pH for that to work more effectively. This stuff is really inexpensive. Most of the stuff from Mizon is quite inexpensive. Bit hit and miss, but this one is a total hit for me. And I want to say it's around $10 US. So if you feel like your chemical exfoliators, your Drunk Elephant TLC, your Sunday Riley Good Jeans, your, you know, whatever, if you are like spending money in that department, you feel like it's not giving you the same kick that it used to, try picking up a $10 bottle of this and it will change your routine. So then kind of still in like that toner step is this one from Cosrx. These are the One Step Up moisture pads. Oh, sorry, the One Step Moisture Up pads. So it just comes in a tub like that. And I believe they were like 30 to 50 of these. I don't know exactly how many. It says 70. That's a lot. Really? I wouldn't really use these in my regular routine. If I'm to use like a pad in my routine, it tends to be, again, one of your like kind of more chemical exfoliating type pads, like a Dr. Dennis Gross peel pad, something like that. However, I did find these really nice in mornings where like my skin was going pretty good and I just kind of wanted to like freshen it up, whether that be like I went out with just like moisturizer and sunscreen in the morning, and then I wanted to kind of just like freshen my skin up before I like reapplied some makeup or anything like that. That was a good step for me. If you're traveling, you can get these in packs with the cleanser and the face mask, and that was actually like my favorite way to use these, was kind of like if you're in transit. I think they're really great. I do think they do provide like a bit of a hydration element, but not as much as like a hydrating serum or something like that. And of course, like you do have to consider using a bunch of cotton pads, which, you know, I am by no means a goddess when it comes to being renewable, but like obviously I think that's on everyone's minds now, so it's something to think about. But yeah, they're handy to have, but not a necessity. If you like having something quick just to freshen up and then, you know, pop your moisturizer on top, that could be great. But I don't know. It was sort of like a occasional product for me. It took me a while to get through, but they were definitely great at what they do. If you are dry and sensitive and you want to give your skin like a little bit of a soft like buff just to get some of those flaky bits, getting all those flaky bits to be nice and soft to remove them. I realize that sounds a little bit gross, but just being real, it's a really nice way, because it does have like a slight texture to the pads, to kind of get everything looking really soft and fresh without like stripping your skin. So that's what they'd be really good for. Come winter, I think they're more handy. This is from Mizon. This is the Water Volume X First Essence Hydrotox Waterful Moisture Skin. This was just okay. If you want to have like a hydrating toner step in your routine, I think this is awesome. But if you have like hydrating products elsewhere in your routine, if you have like a hyaluronic acid serum, which I'm about to recommend, a really great one, or you have like a really nice hydrating moisturizer, like a gel moisturizer, it's definitely like a nice product and a great alternative to sometimes more expensive first treatment essences. But I think the ingredients of those ones are a little bit more like tempting to like a skincare enthusiast like myself than this one. It's still a really great product all around, and just if you want to have like a toner step with something more watery and you want something hydrating, this is a nice product. Not amazing, but like solid. Let's talk chemical exfoliators, and I'm going to mention one moisturizer as well because it kind of fits into this category. This is Good Genes from Sunny Riley. I love this stuff. I think Good Genes is probably one of my favorite chemical exfoliating serums because there's something about it that goes beyond just chemical exfoliation to make your skin just look so beautiful and radiant. And I feel really bad for saying that because I feel like it is really super expensive. But that's just how I feel, man. Like, I really like it. And I have tried quite a few Sunday Riley products, and all of them just really seem to work for me and my skin. I really think that this product is amazing. A lot of Sunday Riley stuff is just like so excellent. Like, my skin is always just like, thank you, Father, I owe you my life. But yeah, Good Genes is really amazing. I actually have a full size backup, which I haven't broken into yet. I don't know why at this point, because I'm trying some other stuff and my skin's like, yeah, give me the good stuff. I feel like I'm saving it for like a rainy day that I'm gonna like forget about it and then be like, oh my God, a full bottle of Good Genes. But I feel like I should just use it. You know what I mean? Then we have this delightful little pumpkin, which is the Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Exfoliating Moisturizer. Chef kiss. I feel for Dr. Dennis Gross because, in my professional opinion, I feel like Dr. DG hasn't made it into this generation of like cool Instagram brands, which I feel like is really sad because their products are like quite good all around. This is a really cool product because it is a moisturizer, but it is also an exfoliating product. I loved leaving this on overnight. I would leave it for about like 10 minutes to just really settle into my skin. And then I would use like an oil on top, like a really nice facial oil, just to give like lock it all in and just let everything marinate overnight. And then I would wake up like just a witch being like, haha, I'm beautiful. Okay, turns out that turning the light on was a good idea. We can just call that the dark age of this video. It'll be like the colouring in the last couple of Harry Potter films. You'll be fine. I truly just got along so well with this, and my skin really got along well with it. It is definitely up there in price. I feel like it was a true multi-purpose product that actually was multi-purpose. You know, not every multi-purpose product that claims to be multi-purpose is that, you know, like combination shampoo and conditioner. I feel like with exfoliating moisturizers, I really feel like I have to do the legwork to get the hydration and moisturization back in. If I remember correctly, because I don't have the packaging on me right now and I didn't make notes because I'm a genius. I remember glycolic and lactic being super high up in the ingredients list, and I remember being like, oh my god, it's like actually good. Shocked, I guess. I don't know. I think at that time I was a bit distrustful of skincare brands because I was working in skincare retail, and as much as I found so many amazing brands and products and I got a lot of knowledge, it really also helped highlight me stuff that was like a scam. Not a scam, but like just stuff that I personally felt like I was like, wow, that is so not worth it. But this I feel like is worth it. I wouldn't use this in the mornings because I feel like it is sensitizing and you have to put sunscreen on, which you should do anyway. But also because it is actually quite powerful. Like, you know, my mind and your mind, this moisturizer is powerful. It could like exfoliate underneath your makeup if you wear it. So then your makeup can go patchy. So I liked this as a nighttime moisturizer. But yeah, the Dr. Dennis Gross Exfoliating Moisturizer, I actually would consider buying this again, especially for winter. So good. It was like, my skin really, really loved that product. So that's that. The new player in the game is the Benton Snail Bee High Content Essence. Now I understand this is the popular one. I feel like this is quite a cult Korean beauty product. I thought it was just like, okay. I feel like this was popular when Snail secretion filtrate became popular. Like it was sort of an early adopter, like first in the game kind of thing, along with the Cosrx one. But I just think that the Cosrx one is better, and I think it's of like a texture. I feel like I had to use a lot of it. It was not super easily spreadable. Like I feel like I used it, I didn't use this super frequently, but I feel like when I did use it, I had to use like 3 pumps to like cover my face. Maybe I just have a giant face. That's not a very good review, is it? I just thought it was fine. If you're gonna have a Snail product, I think the Snail essence from Cosrx, I liked it better and it was cheaper and you get more of it. Or you could use the Snail moisturizer from Cosrx, which I also love and I'm using it at the moment. And it's just like a great all-rounder neutral kind of moisturizer. So that was a great review from me. Well done, really nailed it. This here, I really like the packaging of this. This is the Lobo Kokujin.
What up? I'm Jared, I'm 19.
Lotion. It's just the hyaluronic acid lotion that I feel like everyone knows and loves. If you have been on reddit.com/r/skincare addiction, I think you would have seen this product. I just really think that it's a really great hyaluronic acid lotion. It is inexpensive. It lasts you for like literally so long. Like it gets to a point where it's like, how can I get rid of you? Like it's almost a creepypasta. Like you look at it and you're like, did it refill overnight? If you're on a budget, I super recommend it. And also just generally, I think it's a really beautiful hyaluronic acid serum. I don't think you need to spend like the earth on your hyaluronic acid serum, because I've seen some that are like very expensive. And if your main goal is hydration, you don't need to spend like hundreds of dollars. And that's just facts. I don't make the facts. But this is effective, it's cosmetically elegant, and this one happens to be Minnie Mouse packaging, so there's nothing to lose from there. I'm a big fan of Harlow, but I want to try out their other stuff. I'm actually I'll just mention it now because I'm going to finish it, and you know what, I'm probably not going to keep it around. I'm about to finish this Harlow Premium lotion, which I feel like this one's a little bit more expensive and is a bit more of like a fancy boy, but if I remember correctly, this one is 3 weights of hyaluronic acid molecule, and this one is 5 weights, so you're getting more. And if I can draw a picture with my hands, if you have your like skin layers, the different weights can reach different levels of your skin. 3 can provide like 3 layers, and I guess hyaluronic acid, when it hydrates your skin absorbs it and it expands and becomes cushiony. So if your skin's really hydrated, you'll see like a reduction of size in pores. Your skin will just look generally more plump and juicy, like a fresh little berry. So when you have 3 layers, it's plumping on 3 levels, whereas 5, it plumps on 5 levels and hydrates on 5 levels. My skincare knowledge is a bit rusty. I swear to God I did this for a year for a job. My skincare knowledge is a bit rusty and perhaps not as eloquent as I would like it to be, but I think that gets across the point pretty well. So I really like them both. This one's a bit lighter, this one's a bit more thick and requires a bit more of time to absorb, as you can imagine. But I really like both of these. They're not the most exciting product, if I'm going to be like that bee and just say that. It's not the most like, oh my God, like I'm in a spa, but your skin does improve from it and your skin will thank you for it. So I just consider these to be like a staple in my routine, and I would highly, highly recommend trying them if you have not tried them already. Your life will be changed. Next up from serums, we have this one from Korres, which is the Wild Rose 15% Vitamin C Advanced Brightening Bi-Phase Booster. Wow, technology, wow. This one was basically like a vitamin C serum on top and then a vitamin C rich oil on the bottom. I want to say that's what it was. I thought this was a really cool product when it came out. I hadn't really seen anything like it. I can't say that it gave me the vitamin C results that I've seen with other things, but also I like this product and I like the idea of this product, and it's very beautiful in the little bottle, but it's just a bit messy. Like the dual phase formula, like it wouldn't always like mix, and you have to like mix it in your hand. And then it was quite thick and oily, which is really nice, but you want to use like a substantial amount, right, to get the vitamin C. Like you wouldn't just use 2 drops of a vitamin C, you would use like a whole dropper. Like a normal vitamin C's texture for like a serum is not totally like a lotion, but it's a bit more on the watery side. But this was just, because of the oil, it was very thick. The point is that I feel like normally with vitamin C's, I would then go on to layer like, you know, a couple of other things on top. But this, because with vitamin C's, it's best to put it on first for your skin to absorb it. That's not like a hard and fast fact. That's just sort of what I've learnt and what I tend to go by. Then you don't really want to put much else on top because it's so like oily and thick. And I feel like if I only used a few drops, it's like I wasn't really getting the benefits and the point of it. Because then you're just using like a facial oil, which is still nice, but you know, I don't know. Like I think this is a good product, like because I remember looking at the ingredients list and like kind of looking into it and just being like, this is going to be some good stuff. But I just think practically it just didn't work and fit into my routine. If you have a more minimalistic skincare routine and you want like a vitamin C / like facial oil, like you're more on the dry side, I think you would really love this. I'm sad about that if you can't tell. I really wanted to love it, but I just don't think I did. But I still think it's a good product. I just don't think it worked for me. Now it's time to get moist with moisturizers. This is the Apu Madecassoside cream. I picked this up in Korea. I used this up pretty quickly. It didn't actually last me too long. Because I am always using like different things, I feel like I use things up quite over a period of time, like probably not as quick as like a normal consumer would. But this, I feel like it went so quickly. This Apu range is meant to be kind of like a dupe for the Dr. Jart range because it is a lot more affordable. I really like the packaging of this. It's very, very cute. I found this moisturizer to be just fine. Cica as an ingredient is really incredible if you are suffering from breakouts or acne. It's really great for calming. So the like apparent thing goes is that when tigers are wounded, they roll around in Cica grass, or tiger grass as it is colloquially known, to help like heal their wounds faster. That's like the ingredient story. I do definitely get breakouts and pimples. They tend to be more hormonal, a little more irregular, or just from me being like a trash can and like probably doing something to self-sabotage. I feel like I probably didn't see like the full benefits of this. Was it a nice, basic, inexpensive moisturizer? Yeah, sure. And I feel like apart from like being just generally like moisturizing and soothing, I guess, it didn't really do much else for me. This was fragranced, so if you are more on the sensitive side, which I do feel like tend to be a lot of people who like to use Cica products, it was really fragranced. So like if you know, want to buy a cheap moisturizer, I feel like you could try something else. But also it was like less than $10, so like go off, do you know what I mean? Like just give it a go. Going up a little bit in price, this is the Mamonde Moisture Ceramide Intense Cream. I purchased this because Leah Yu spoke really highly of the Moisture Ceramide Gel Cream from Mamonde. I quite like this. I thought it was a really beautiful moisturizer texture, made my skin look super bouncy and plump. I wasn't in love with the very like florally scent. Again, I just find that Korean skincare does tend to have stronger fragrances in some things, and I'm always like, I guess. I don't mind it, but sometimes I'm like, after a bit, you're just like, God, this is a lot of fragrance. I haven't actually tried, I don't think, anything else from Mamonde. I think this is my first Mamonde product, and I would say this is really solid. It definitely felt really like hydrating and cushioning. I don't know if the hibiscus flower, like what the ingredient story is there, and that's probably where I should have done some research. Because I'm more on the dehydrated dry side of things, I figured that the Moisture Ceramide Intense Cream would maybe suit me better. I'm now kind of wishing that I tried the Moistuceramide Gel Cream. Again, with my skincare layering, I feel like I would have liked a bit more of like a lighter, fluffier texture. I wouldn't say it made like any crazy difference in my skin. It definitely kept it moisturized, which is really what you're asking for in a moisturizer. But I think I would probably get the gel cream next time. Probably won't repurchase this, in full honesty. It's not that I didn't like it, it's just that there are other things that I want to try in the big, wide, beautiful world of moisturizers, and I didn't like love this one so much that I wouldn't want to try something else as well. So that's that. Oh, hello. Do you come here often? This is the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. It's really good. It took me about 6 months to finish off this moisturizer, which I honestly like don't think is that bad, considering Tatcha is, you know, definitely more on the pricier side of things. It is a luxury beauty brand, of course, but I'm really glad that it lasted me as long as it did, because I feel like if I used it up really quickly, I would be like feeling some type of way. I mainly use this in the morning, but I did use it at night as well, because this is the most beautiful moisturizer. This is the most beautiful moisturizer under makeup. It was sort of made in consultation with or collaboration with Mario Dedivanovic, who is Kim Kardashian's makeup artist. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. But this is just a really incredible product. Like this is one of those ones where I'm like, they really knocked the formula out of the park. It's a perfect mix between hydration and moisturization. Like you get that beautiful cushiony hydration, but then just that silky smooth moisturization on the top, and then just makeup glides over it so beautifully, and your sunscreen, because you wear sunscreen. We all wear sunscreen. Yeah, I just love this product. I just think it's just like a real winner for me. I'll be honest, the water cream from Tatcha, I know that one's super popular. I don't like super jive with it, but this one is like, we are best friends. It's just you and me, bud. I am actually lucky enough to have a backup of this, which is awesome. So I will actually be using that. I'm going to try some of the other stuff out first, just because you are getting into summer and it is very, very hot here. And as lovely as this is, it is quite a, I don't think it's thick, but it's the dewy skin cream. So it really does leave this beautiful sheen on your skin. And come summer, like I might be looking at trying some lighter options, but as like a general all-round moisturizer, I think this is beautiful for most skin types. Maybe not like super duper oily, I feel like you wouldn't love this, but if you're normal to dry, if you are like lazy with your skincare and just want one moisturizer that's just going to make you look beautiful, I feel like that's a big call to make, but I feel like this is it. And I feel like that's all I'm going to say, because I feel like I am at risk of sounding like a shill, but I just think this is just incredible. The Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream is a big thumbs up for me. It's such a beautiful product. Sunscreens. Sunscreens are important. I think I've talked about both of these before, but I will just briefly touch on them. This is the Canmake Mermaid Skin Gel UV. This is probably still one of my favorite sunscreens of all time. I believe this is, I think I've said before, this is a chemical sunscreen, but I now believe that it's a chemical physical mix. But this is an alcohol-free, nice hydrating little sunscreen. It never lasts me super long because it is small, but oh my god, it's such a good sunscreen, and it doesn't feel like you're wearing sunscreen, which I feel like is the deterrent for a lot of people, like why they don't want to wear sunscreen every day when they really, really should. It's so important. You guys, please wear sunscreen. Not only is it protecting you from aging and keeping your skin looking stunning, but also it's protecting you from long-term health issues like melanomas or cancer. So, and it even has like a slight kind of illuminating quality. Nothing crazy, but it does make your skin just look really pretty. So I really like that sunscreen, in case you couldn't tell. It never lasts for long, but it isn't very expensive either. So from Canmake, I really love the Mecca Cosmetica To Save Face SPF 50 Super Screen. So for people who live in the States, because I know a lot of you do, Mecca Cosmetica, or Mecca, is Australia's largest beauty retailer, apart from like drugstores and chemists. It is very comparable to Sephora. We also have Sephora here, but it's a little different. They sort of stock different brands. This is just a really, really great 50 SPF. The formula is really beautiful. It doesn't leave a white cast. It is slightly tinted like a reddy orange color. It doesn't come out on the skin, but you know, if you are not as melanin deficient as I am, you could definitely give this a go. Broad spectrum, so it protects across UVA and UVB, and it just generally has a really beautiful texture. It's almost like moisturizer. I'm not saying you should sub it out for your moisturizer, but if you use some like hydrating layers and just pop this on top, I think you would be right as rain. And we've come to the last product, and this is the DHC Lip Collagen Cream. But these are probably like my favorite lip balms of all time. They're not so goopy and thick that they're unpleasant to wear. You can definitely lay lipsticks or gloss over them. I would just say this is the perfect lip balm, and it's less than $10, if I'm correct. So, ooh, and I just flung it across the room. That is an amazing lip balm, and you should all have it. I would recommend it to everyone to have one in their bag. That's my professional opinion. So I just talked for over an hour about skincare products, so I hope everyone is still there. Strong doubt on that one. The sun is well and truly disappearing, as is the way with me when I film. But I really hope you guys learned something from this video. I hope you got a bit of insight into some skincare products that I have been testing and trialing over the last 9 months. If you have any questions about these products or skincare in general, feel free to leave a comment down below and we can have a little chit chat. Or also feel free to send me a DM on Instagram. I do not bite, I am very friendly. If you would like to see more skincare content, please give this video a thumbs up to let me know that this is what you enjoy. I really feel like I have a lot to say when it comes to skincare content, and I'm not always sure if you guys like it as much as the fashion content, because I know that it is more popular, which is really great and I really like making it. But if, you know, we could get a little bit of love for my skincare content, that would make me immensely happy. If you would like to see a video on a particular skincare brand, like a brand overview, please leave a comment down below, because that's something that I think I would like to do next. I really want to make one on Tatcha because I've tried quite a lot from their line, and I feel like inquiring minds would like to know. But if that sounds like something you guys would be into, please let me know. I feel like I've asked you a lot of questions and demanded a lot of likes from you, but you know what? Why not one more? Please subscribe if you would like to see more from me. My name is Lucy. I make beauty and fashion content. Mostly regularly. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.